Hi, welcome back to my channel. Well, it's happened again on the Monday the 12th, I think it was. When I got home from work, I was feeling okay, but sneezing all day. I mean, really sneezing all day. I tested positive for COVID again. How about that? Absolutely fantastic. Although this time round, I'm glad to say that I am nowhere near as bad as I was on my second run-in with this illness. This time it's just been sneezing, cold, bit of a sore throat, but not too bad. I'm out at the moment in my car. I just needed to get out and get a little bit of fresh air and just get away from things for a little bit. Yesterday I was doing some work in my garage, and I don't know if you can see, I don't know if it'll show on the fingers. I managed to cut myself quite badly. I was drilling a hole in a piece of metal and then using a drill to deburr the hole on the other side. And yeah, deburred it, no problem at all. Got the screws and screwed the box to the piece of metal I was doing. And there's all this blood, and I'm thinking, where's all this blood coming from? And it was literally pouring out my thumb and my ring finger. And it was just, yeah, there was lots of it. It's almost like a paper cut, because I said it's not that big, but it's deep. And same thing with, I don't know if it will show, no I can't see it, but it was almost like a paper cut, you know, those that are quite small but hurt like anything. So that was yesterday. This morning when I woke up, this is Sunday. Do you know, I have no idea what the date is. 1 second. Sunday the 16th today, and I did another test because I woke up this morning a really horrible feeling. I didn't have a lot of strength, felt particularly unwell, so I tested myself again, and yes, it's still positive, although this test did take a long time to show. It was the good 12 to 15 minutes before both lines appeared. In myself, the sore throat dryness has gone off a little bit. It's still a bit in the throat. I don't know, I can't explain it, but the strength's come back, so I thought I just need to get out and go for a drive. So here I am. I haven't gone very far from home. I don't know if you can see it in the background through the window here. That's one of our crematoriums in just outside of Bristol. It's quite a busy road for a Sunday, but I went for a loop, and I thought I'll just do an update of the video. So that's where we are at the moment. I had COVID again, so this is number 3 for me. I'm still not sure if it was because I was in close proximity to somebody that also tested for COVID 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago we went to a radio event, and poor guy, when we're coming home, he was shivering. I had to turn the heating up in the car because he was shivering so much. And he tested himself a couple of days after we got back, and he was positive. But I was negative for, let me think, for a week, near enough a week. And then yeah, feeling sore throat and feeling just a bit unwell, but it was still proving negative. But like I said, Tuesday last week I tested positive, and again today I'm tested positive. So it's the only thing I am positive about is being positive. So as you can see, I'm all right. I'm not in bed ill like I was last time. A little bit of a blocked nose, but up till Thursday it was like Niagara. It was really running. I've gone back to my normal runny nose that I get. I've had this for nearly 3 years now. I first had COVID back in 2020, before it was a thing. A guy came into work and he was really unwell. His wife was unwell and his kids were unwell. And a couple of days after he came into the office, I became unwell as well, and you know, lost taste and smell. My wife had exactly the same thing. Unfortunately, her taste hasn't come back. Well, she's married to me, so she's got no taste whatsoever. I hope she never sees this video, because she will probably kill me. So yeah, that's where we were. Just lasted for a couple of 3-4 weeks and then gone. As I said, last year I had COVID in October and I was really, really ill. But as you can tell, I'm kind of in a good mood. I've not felt depressed or anything that I've been feeling on and off for the last, well, forever. So at the moment, really positive things. I think a lot of being positive is the radio stuff, my interest, my hobby. We've got 2 special event stations coming up. 13th, 14th of May. It's it's the National Meals Day throughout the UK, and the North Bristol guys are putting on a radio event at a windmill. So that's us for that weekend. And then we got Flight 777 coming up in end of May, June time. That's taken an awful lot of planning and a lot of time and effort and things. And I hope it's well attended. I've got fears that it's not, but that's for another video. I should probably post something about how it went or didn't go. I do have this fear that nobody will turn up and it'll just be myself and the other guy just operating, and that's it. We shall see. It's a little bit early for that. Right, so I'm going to go back home. I feel better. It's just nice to see a little bit of green around me. You can see there's some green behind me as well, and green over here, and there's a lot in front of me. Where I'm parked at the moment is it's an access road to an emergency access road for a motorway that is all chained up, and the locks on the chains and things are rusted. So if anybody ever wanted to open these gates, I think they would have to cut the chains off with an angle grinder or bolt cutters or something. So that's where I'm parked up at the moment. Probably about 10-15 minutes away from home. So I'm going to go back and finish, well, trying not to rip my hands apart. I've got a few more things I've got to build for these, the boxes I'm building. What they are is our repeater that I'm involved with, the mains electricity goes straight to the repeater, and there is also a battery backup which just maintains things until our backup generator comes online. What we've discovered is we have got a new way of controlling to isolate those supplies. So these boxes I'm making have got the isolation in them, so we can control everything remotely. So if we ever needed to power anything off completely in the wow, it's been up on site for 14 years now. We've never ever had to isolate the supplies, but we've identified it as a problem. So I'm building the isolator boxes and the control kit for doing that, which is great because it's a distraction. I find with my MS, I don't find it affects me. No, that's the wrong phrase. I don't notice it. If I'm busy doing stuff, I do not notice the MS. If I stop and think about it, then yeah, it kind of, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I'm also still got a little bit of the holiday blues in the moment, but that's nothing major. Mainly because I've got to plan. My wife wants to go on a weekend break, and take one of my kids with her. So I've got to plan and work out things that. So gives this something to do. No, that's it for now. Catch you later.